Hey there. So today we are going to talk about monetizing your Christian blog. So I know many of you really struggle with actually earning money with all your efforts, whether it's with affiliate marketing or creating your own products. Like you go through, especially if you create your own products, you go through all this hard work and effort and your tears and sweat, and you create these amazing coloring books and devotionals and ebooks and just whatever, and then nobody buys it, right? Or you have signed up for all these affiliate programs and you're putting stuff in your content and still nothing. So I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the biggest mistakes that are made that result in failure with monetizing. But I also want to kind of show you a behind the scenes look from Kingdom bloggers, how our income, my income, I mean, it's my website, developed over the course of its life. So Kingdom bloggers literally went live in really December 3rd of 2018. So this Christmas, we will be 2 years old. Okay. And so, I know a lot of times when you see income reports, they kind of seem like, really, you can actually do that? Like I made $10,000 in my first month. And, while there may be times when that happens, truly that is the exception and not the normal way that monetization for a blog works. Many times people who are successful right away already had a huge audience, whether it was a Facebook or social media following, and that's how they launched their affiliate marketing techniques and everything. But when it comes to an actual blog, there is so much that goes on before the sale, like before any dollars are going to be made. And it's impossible for it to happen overnight. It just does not work that way. So I decided after talking to a few people and getting some feedback, I'm not a huge fan of those income reports because I have seen that they're just outrageous sometimes, and they give you a false sense of hope when you attempt to do the same thing and then you fall short. And so it's very discouraging. So I want to show you literally what it took to get Kingdom bloggers from hello world, I'm here, to almost 2 years later and generating consistent monthly income. And every month it's usually a little more than the month before, but it's not I'm rolling in the dough kind of income, right? It's slow and progressive growth. However, I want you to understand what it takes to make that growth happen. And so that's what we're going to walk through these steps. I'm going to show you my actual income report. I don't do monthly income reports. I have a spreadsheet, and that's how I track my income. I don't use QuickBooks or anything like that. I'm very old school, cheap, whatever you want to call it. But I do believe more or less is more in that aspect. But foundation is important. And so let's dive right into this. So the biggest mistake for Christian bloggers, and I mean, even if you're not a Christian blogger and you happen to be watching this, but I think it's more importantly for Christian bloggers to understand this because of who our audience is. Stop trying to sell and start serving your audience. When you stop making it about the money, how do I sell this product in this blog post? How do I get my reader to buy this product? When you stop focusing on the dollar signs will happen naturally, right? And so stop trying to sell stuff. Stop making every post be about how can I put this product in there, whether it's your own product, whether it's an affiliate product, whatever. Serve your audience. So now we're going to roll into the 4 main concepts of making this happen. So first and foremost, you need a target audience. You need to know them. Some people like to do these lifestyle blogs where it's like really anybody and everybody could come here and get something. That just doesn't work anymore. The algorithms with Google, they're so specific now that you really need to create a website that focuses content to a very specific person and his or her needs, like for a reason, right? Whether you're a parenting blog, are you a parenting blog that helps moms of babies like newborns? Do you help moms with toddlers at home? Do you have homeschool with toddlers and teenagers? Like, who is your person? It is totally okay and recommended, actually, like you need to do this. Not worry about excluding people. There are plenty of websites to go around, and if each one of us focused on our own person, like our audience, and serving that particular person, your affiliates links, your products that you sell, whatever it is, are going to convert much higher because the only person reading it is the person you intended these things for, right? So if every other day you're writing really to a different person, it's very hard to build consistent traffic to the content that has the affiliate links and your own products in it. So develop a target audience. Be very specific, right? If it's Bible study, it's Bible study. If it's parenting, be like, what type of parent? Is it natural home remedies? Is it, be specific in your who and your what, right? And that's where you come in the different categories that you write about and so forth. If you haven't already taken my Defining Your Avatar, Ministry Avatar course, it's totally free. There's worksheets in there that really help you map out your who and your what, because this is ultimately the blueprint for a successful blog. And whatever success, however you define it, pardon the truck in the background. I have hot rodding trucks going up and down my street here. Anything can happen on video. Regardless, getting organic traffic consistently, building your email list. You want the right people on your list who are following you because they're really interested in your content, right? If you write about babies on Monday and teenagers on Tuesday, you're going to get half of this group and half of that group, but neither one of them are really interested because you keep flip-flopping, right? Be consistent in your target audience and the content that you write to them, right? So number 2, the way to get these affiliate links or your own products to convert, and by convert, I mean they make a sale, like they purchase whatever it is to satisfy a search query. When you know your target audience, you actually have one, and you know them, you know the types of things that they are going to Google for. And so, yes, we have Pinterest. You can share this stuff on social media. We're not talking about that because that is a lot of effort for minimal return. But when it comes to Google, you want your content to rank on page 1 because that's, how you're going to get it clicked on, right? That happens by satisfying a search query. And so when you know your target audience, you know what they're going to Google for to search for this, whether it's how to make dinner or whether they're looking for books to buy for their preschooler, or they're looking for homeschool, or maybe they're looking for a Bible study on a certain topic. That's a search query. They went to Google, typed it in, and hopefully your content shows up on page 1. If you're not satisfying search queries, you will never rank on page 1, right? Like you rank on page 1 and people click on it because they literally went searching for it. So what that means is you can't just write about what you did last summer. You can't just write about how you feel about this or that, because, and I don't mean this in a rude way, nobody cares. Nobody's going to Google to look for what Leanne did yesterday or how she spent her summer vacation, right? They're looking for very specific answers. And that could be, encouragement. It could be an actual thing that they're looking to buy. It could be tips for how to do something. Bottom line is you must satisfy a search query because that is how they're going to find you, right? Then once you determine what the search query is, that's what you base your post around. Then you optimize that. Number 3, you optimize your content for SEO. And that's like a whole nother lesson. I have an entire course that teaches you how to do that. But again, it's formulating content that satisfies the search query. But in order to do that, you can't just make a 500-word post because you are literally competing with hundreds, if not thousands or more other content creators writing about similar topics. So optimizing it for SEO with a variety of different keywords, a variety of different answers to the search query, that is how you get it to page 1. Again, if it's not on page 1, nobody's going to read it, which means nobody's going to click on the link and make a sale, right? That's basic math, or basic, I don't know what you would call it. But if it's not on page 1, there is no sale. The way to get it to page 1 is through SEO optimized content to your target audience. See how each of these builds upon itself? And the 4th one, in satisfying the search query and optimizing for SEO, you really want to target money-making keywords. And while from a Christian perspective, that phrase right there, money-making keyword, sounds really tacky, and I'll admit, I don't like the way it sounds, but it's not really a tacky thing. Bible, a Bible for teenage girls. That's a money-making keyword. Why? Because if somebody goes to Google to type in best Bible for a teenage girl, They're obviously looking for a Bible to buy for their teenage daughter. I did that, and that's kind of actually ends up being one of my top Amazon posts right now that I earn income from with Amazon income. Bible studies, you know, Bible prayer journals, Bible journaling, the supplies, the templates, all that stuff that you go to Etsy and buy. Well, even through Etsy, right? It's a search query on Etsy. People also search that on Google. Okay. So, oh, excuse me, I got allergies today. So, money making keywords, it's not a tacky sales thing. It's literally a search query. I think I actually have that spelled out down here. I'm going to go through this. Search query that a person enters with the possible intention to purchase something. Now there's two types. There's the actual product, I went looking for a Bible, or other types of content where it's you're giving, you know, the tips, the tutorials, like how to do this, ways to do that, ideas for this or that, right? And so no matter what you're writing about, one of the tips or ways or ideas could simply be that you're recommending a product they need to buy, like a game for the child or a certain book or whatever it is. But those are money-making keywords because the person going to Google to search for these things is either looking to buy something or looking for ideas of something they will buy later, right? If you don't have this, you're not going to make money with your affiliate links. You can't just throw a product in a post and expect it to convert. Like, it could be the best prayer journal in the world, but if the post wasn't optimized for SEO to something related to the need of a prayer journal, like you just randomly throw it into a post about raising kids, it's not going to convert because they didn't go there looking for that. They went there looking for something else. So everything you do with your affiliate links needs to match the search query and satisfy the search query. All right. Don't expect things to happen overnight, right? Earning affiliate income is going to take time. Why? Because traffic doesn't happen overnight. Now, you may think I put some affiliate links in this post and I shared it on Facebook and I shared it in Blogger Share Threads, which if you follow me for any amount of time, you know those are absolutely like not productive. It's great that we get to meet each other and share with each other, but it's basically sharing with your coworkers. They're not your customers. They're not looking for what's in your content. They're reading it to be polite. And so organic traffic from SEO takes a few months to happen, right? You publish your post and in a month or two, maybe longer, maybe less, it shows up on page one and then people click on it because they were looking at it. So when you read blog income reports or, you know, other bloggers boasting of how I made, you know, $10,000 in my first month as a blogger, I just don't believe that. I truly don't. I think it's inflated. I think it's boasting just to get you to buy products. It just doesn't happen that way. It's not logical. There's no science to, you know, like defend that theory. So it's going to take time. Again, stop focusing on the dollar signs. Continue focusing on serving your audience and their needs, right? When I talked about money-making keywords, you're not writing the post because you want to sell the product. You're writing it to serve the search query. When you're satisfying that search query, you're serving your reader because that's what they are looking for, right? Now, I've been talking a lot about affiliate marketing, putting those affiliate links in the right post. But you also, you know, any blogger who plans to monetize their blog for the long haul, you want to diversify. Affiliate marketing is a part of your income strategy. There are so many other ways. You know, they always say diversify your portfolio in, you know, finance class and everything. It's the same here. Don't put all your eggs in one basket because we know baskets break, right? The algorithms change, you know, maybe it's a seasonal product and so it's going to fluctuate through the year, or just, you know, weird stuff happens. And so really look at a full monetization strategy that incorporates not only affiliate marketing, but creating your own products. You know, Bible study is a huge thing, and what better way to serve than for all of the Christian creators to create products that we each can recommend for each other, right? Through affiliate programs, like we have our own affiliate programs, instead of sending everyone to Amazon to buy the stuff, right? So creating your own digital products to whatever your audience is, and there's so many ideas, so it's not like you could run out of ideas. Creating courses, an Etsy store, which you should have these on your Etsy store as well as other places. That's another whole nother lesson altogether. But these are all different places that you could be putting your own products out there, right? And also selling it from your blog. If you're really good with tech, if you're really good with graphics and creating things, be a VA. I mean, there's lots of us. I actually pay for content writers for my site. I have a few that write regularly, and I'm able to pay them. Of course, a year and a half ago, when I started the blog, that was an unheard of like goal to reach. Like, I am so blessed and thankful that I made it to this point. But again, there are people out there who would just rather have somebody else do certain things for them. Maybe they're not creative. Maybe they can't make Pinterest pins. Maybe they can't make cool printables. But you happen to have that knack, right? Maybe you're like the Pinterest mom who does really cool stuff. You can monetize that that trait, that gift that you have, and offer that service through your blog. So again, diversify, diversify, diversify. Okay, so now I want to talk about the fundamental thing that needs to happen for you to earn money. And I'm going to do this before I show you my income reports, because it's important that you understand this. Traffic is important. That traffic needs to be organic. And by organic, that is not sharing your content and getting 100 visits of it from a blogger share group. The people in that group are not searching for what's in your content. They're visiting your page to be polite, right? So when you use SEO, this stuff will continue. A year from now, that post will still be getting organic traffic, and it will be getting more a year from now than it did, when you first published it. So I just want to show you the life of Kingdom Bloggers. I'm just going to take it back to our birthday. So from our birthday to today, right? So here is the growth. This is week by week, month by month, from 2019, right? Well, actually it was 2018, December, so January 2019, that's this one. And you see this slow and steady. So it's pretty steady through all of 2019, and right around the year mark, it got a really good boost. And that is pretty typical of how SEO works. You have kind of a slow kind of growth over the course of your first year. And as long as you're being consistent with SEO, at around the year mark, you're going to see a huge jump, and then it's going to continue to go up. Today, so my last 30 days of traffic, this is my last 30 days, right? 67,000 sessions, 57,000 users. That's individual people. Now, what's even more important is where those people are coming from. So we hop over here, and again, this is just for August, but you can see my organic traffic, almost all of my traffic, 75%, comes directly from Google. I am half present on Pinterest. I share new blog posts to Pinterest and schedule a few pins out over the year. I don't even fill my tailwind queue anymore. I really don't care about Pinterest, because Pinterest is so flaky and it's very needy of your time, and it provides very minimal return once SEO takes over. The same with social media. If any of you follow me on social media, you may not even realize I'm there, because I only share the day I publish a post. After that, I don't share it ever again on social media, right? So Google, Pinterest is minimal. Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, those are all search engines similar to Google, right? So I'm indexed and building traffic from those as well. And so this is why I'm not stressed about content. I publish it and I forget it, and then it just happens. Like the traffic happened, the affiliate conversions happen, the product sales happen, and I'm not stressed over it, because I laid the foundation early on for this to happen naturally. And if you do the same thing, you will also see this type of growth. Again, you won't see this exact growth, because every blog is different. Some will progress further, faster, some might go slower. It depends on the actual content that you are publishing. But SEO is the essence of how all of this happens, right? Okay, so now I want to just show you a few snapshots. So this is okay, let me take a step back. So obviously I teach blogging, right? You all know I have courses. And so you may be thinking, well, if I blogged about blogging, I would make that kind of money too. The reality is, during my first year, yes, most of the income that I made was through my courses, through Teachable, as well as a few affiliate products related to blogging. But if you follow me for any amount of time, you know that I don't promote a lot of blogging products. There's only a few that I recommend. And most everything else I tell you is pointless at this stage of the game. So I really don't earn a lot from affiliate marketing of blogging products. Now, I do have my Teachable, and that is the bulk of my income. But I'm going to show you my 2019 and 2020 income trackers so you can see where my organic affiliate conversion started happening. And by that, I mean, most of the content on Kingdom Bloggers is not about blogging. Actually, the blogging content, only a few posts actually show up on page 1. All this 45,000 here, that is all coming from the faith content that's on Kingdom Bloggers. So keywords related to faith, not blogging. So I need you to understand that before you have the misconception of me being a blogging blogger. Most of this income, not related to my courses, comes from Amazon and things like that. Now, Amazon, I mean, I have like one product that I promote there. It's another blogger's ebook on blogging. But I mean, you know, Amazon's very low in its commission payout. So everything else is from direct posts that satisfy a search query, right? Okay, so let's hop over here. So I just want to show you this, and I think it's important to show you so that when I say how much, like you can see, I'm not inflating this. This is the exact snapshot from my affiliate dashboards. So this is for March through May of this year. So you can only do a 90-day view in Amazon. I don't know why you can't look back for a whole year, but they only let you do 90 days at a time. So you can see here, obviously this is, if you click on each one, the earnings per day. I average about a 13% conversion rate. So of all the links clicked, the links clicked versus an actual purchase, right? And then they divide it and it comes up with a conversion rate. So an average decent conversion rate, I would say, would maybe be anything over 12%. So I'm doing well with my conversions. Why? Because I'm very intentional with the link that I put in a post. The link satisfies the search query of whatever the post was. Like whatever I'm recommending has some relationship to satisfying that search query, right? Now, also, you understand with Amazon, really it's just about getting the cookie there, because it doesn't matter if they buy what you're recommending or not. Anything they purchase within 24 hours, you actually will earn the full commission on, right? Keep in mind, Amazon is like the bottom of the totem pole with how much they pay. And right at the beginning of the pandemic, they actually slashed their commission rates. Fortunately, because my SEO was so intentional as far as the links I put in the post and making sure those posts are optimized for SEO, I really didn't notice much of a drop because my traffic was continuing to increase. So even though the commission decreased, I was still getting more and more traffic, so it sort of balanced out, right? Now you can see here, so product links, item shift. So this, it's kind of hard to read their breakdowns, but these are the number of clicks. These are my earnings for that period. Native shopping ads, those are the ones like at the end where you put like a thing of recommendations. You know, I add those to post, whatever it, you know, is related to the post. I'll find a devotional or some book that relates to the topic. Again, these are faith posts. So if it's, you know, trusting in God is the topic of the post, then I'll do a native ad for related books or devotionals on Amazon related to trusting in God, right? And so I do have some conversion on my native shopping ads, but most of it comes from the direct links. Now, I do not put the yellow banner pictures in my posts at all. Actually, you rarely see, unless it's an actual product post, like the Bible, you know, Bibles for Teen Girls or something. I don't use images at all. I naturally link in the content, right? And so that is actually, you will get a much higher conversion on that. Those ugly wrappers on the Amazon pictures, they're ugly. They look like sales ads and people are turned off by them for the most part. So again, it's little tweaks in how you put them in there, but at the end of the day, what you put in there needs to satisfy the search query, right? And it doesn't even have to be the point of the post. The point of the post could be something else, but the thing that you're adding, the recommendation of a product, still needs to relate to whatever the overall purpose of that post was. Okay, so again, Amazon, I average between 150 and 250 a month is my payout from Amazon. And well, we'll go to that one in a minute, and I'll show you that. So it fluctuates, of course. You know, at the beginning of the pandemic, it went up because everybody was searching Amazon because you couldn't go to the store. Towards the end of summer, it slowed down a little bit for certain search queries. But remember, a lot of that was people were literally shopping on Amazon every day. So my cookie was with them when they shopped, right? As we roll into Black Friday season this year, it will start to go back up because people are spending more money on Amazon. So again, none of this is possible without the traffic. If I wasn't getting thousands of visits a day to my blog, I would not have these stats in Amazon. It's basic math. You will not earn money with Amazon if you don't have traffic. And so that's where it's important that you focus on that traffic. Focus on the SEO. Yes, Pinterest can help you a little, but in the long term, when you've just gotten fed up with Pinterest and just want to take a break from Pinterest for a while, this organic traffic is still going to be coming there. Again, I have to make this clear. If you don't have the traffic, you're not going to earn the income, right? So it first starts with SEO, satisfying the search query, and continuing to write more content that brings the right traffic. Then those Amazon links will convert, right? And this is especially so with Amazon because their commission rate is so low. Okay, so that's Amazon. Share a Sale is another one that I use. Now I have a mix of blogging products as well as faith products that I recommend through Share a Sale. These are all my payouts. You can see exactly how much I've earned each month through Share a Sale. Now, I will tell you, Cratejoy is one that I do really well with. Cratejoy is a subscription box. I have a subscription box for everything. So whatever your blog's overall goal is, if it's parenting, if it's food, if it's Bible study, whatever, they have a box that you could write about on your site, find out what the search queries are, how are people searching for that. And every month, I just want to show you, just so you can see, and it's not a huge daily income from that. Again, trying to be as transparent as possible so you can see, excuse me, if I can get this to load here. So these are my recent transactions. Cratejoy, Cratejoy, Cratejoy. See, yes, I do Tailwind. This is a recurring commission from someone who signed up through my link like a year ago or whatever. But I'm getting these $1, $4 sales. So these were all, 3 of these were made on the same day, right? So again, it's just little trickle effect that adds up. Certain times of the year, people will increase their purchases of these. So probably around the holidays, you'll see more of these being sold because people are buying gifts. But again, this is one particular product that is consistently driving affiliate-minded traffic to my blog. So if their intention is to buy something, they find my post, they buy it through my link, I earn the commission, right? And so that's the type of content that you need. But you also need consistent traffic to it, right? Okay, so that was my Share a Sale. Now I'm going to open up my, and I want to show you these in, let's see, 2019. Okay, now again, remember 2019, most of the income was made via blogging products, but I want to show you the faith build, right? And so this is what's related to the blog and SEO. So Amazon, right? So it wasn't really, I didn't get my first payout. Well, I got one in April. It was $14. And then the next one didn't happen until July. And then I skipped a month because I didn't earn, I think it's like a $25 threshold you have to meet before they'll pay you each month. And so I still was barely making the threshold, right? By September, so again, that's what, 9-10 months after my launch, that is when I actually started being regular with the conversions of my Amazon links, right? But that's also when my traffic really started picking up. And each month after that, you can see it went up. Now I'm going to hop over to 2020. And again, so we see it right here. By January, it jumped really from, remember I said my traffic jumped at about the year mark. It took like almost a double take. So did obviously, if the traffic doubled, it would make sense the Amazon would double as well, and it did. So by January, I was averaging about $100. For whatever reason, I think it was the payout. I got paid like on the last day of the month, and 30th, right, is when I usually get paid out. Well, there is no 30 in February, so that's why I had 2 payouts for March. And then it's increased. So where are we, August here? So like July was 225. Again, these 2 months were at the height of a lot of the shopping, you know, coronavirus and all that. My traffic's continuing to go up. This or for August, I just got my payout yesterday. It was 160. So again, I'm not making millions of dollars here, but you see, it's a gradual growth. It is not going to happen overnight, right? And then I have some other things. So I do have ads on my site. And so you can see my ads, monthly income from that. You need traffic, of course, for the ads to even get approved. I don't use Google AdSense. I have been with She Media. I'm actually finally moving over to Mediavine this month. So this is basically free money, right? That organic traffic happening to your site every day without you having to do extra work and promote it like every waking hour. These impressions happen because the traffic is happening. And so I really like to think of ads as free money. I mean, obviously you had to do the work to get the traffic in the first place, but from that point, each month should be higher than the month before as far as your payouts, right? Some other ones I added this year that I didn't have for last year. So Amazon was the big one. And even here you see my ads. Minimal. I was barely making $100 in 2019, but my traffic doubled at the beginning of 20. And so my ad revenue almost doubled as well. Now, in 2019, I also offered VA services, right? And so this was just different things, helping different people with different things related to their blog. And so I did earn approximately $1,400 from my VA services, right? I don't do that anymore, but that was a 2019 help with my income. But you can see here, and I want you to see this because my Teachable is my school. And so yes, I do earn the better portion of my income from that. But I want you to see the affiliate income. So this was a month by month. It was nothing, right? Started at $6, and that was something I shared on Facebook to my own Facebook. And then it gradually started going up, and it would go down. Some were blogging products, some were regular stuff, right? So for 2019, I earned $3,400 in affiliate income. The majority of that was from blogging stuff. But like I said, towards the end of the year is when Amazon started picking up, my share sale, getting more from that, and a few other random little things. So now in 2020, this is, again, my ad revenue is in pink. Some ones I added. So I have different things like a Ravajoy, some other things via Sendal and some other programs. My share sale, you know, I had one month where it was almost $400, and almost 70% of that was from Crate Joy sales, right? Same thing for the following month, it was like $345. The majority of that was from Crate Joy product recommendations from a post on my site that's SEO'd for that particular subscription box, right? You can see the Amazon, that's all building this year. I've added Commission Junction, Impact Radius. So there's some few different, I think Target and Walmart were some that were on Impact Radius that I have. Ultimate bundles, you know, this year I haven't really been promoting it too much, but they had some cool bundles, not the Blog Years Toolkit, because that doesn't even go out until October. So these were some of their other ones throughout the year. I actually shared those on my personal Facebook. So people I know locally, or, you know, my friends on Facebook, they bought those. Christianbook.com, Those are actual Bibles that I've recommended and linked to a few of their products. I got a payout. Rad totally even forgot that I was using them, and I got literally a check in the mail. They didn't do direct deposit, right? So this year, again, my point here is to show you the gradual build. It does not happen overnight. So now this is my affiliate income for 2020. And you can see from January 400 to where, let's see, we're in August, and I'm averaging over $1,000 a month strictly from affiliate income, right? The majority of that's coming from Amazon and from Share a Sale, and now I have the added ones of Impact Radius and so forth. And so you can see from, so far this year, 9,600 is my teachable income, 6,600 in affiliate income, right? So in a year and a half, I've gone from zero to about $6,000 of affiliate income for the year. Now, of course, the year's not over, but I'm averaging about $1,000 a month from affiliate income. And I would say at this point, the affiliate income that I earn each month is probably about 70-30. 70% comes from faith, organic content topics from the blog, and about 30% comes from the blogging products that I recommend in my courses, right? So this is what you need to understand. It does not happen overnight. It happens with a solid plan of organic content, knowing your audience, optimizing content for SEO based on their search queries. If you satisfy their search query, you will result in earning affiliate income. And this also applies to your own product. So this last month, I've just started launching my own products, not blogging. I have some coloring pages on Etsy, have a prayer journal, and I've already made sales. So we're gonna watch that over the year as well, because those specific products that I've created, I've now gone back to the blog content that might relate to those products and made sure that I kind of recommended them from those posts, right? You have to follow the line, satisfy the search query, and insert the right products that satisfy the search query, right? So anyway, I hope this was helpful. You know, I am not trying to become a millionaire. I mean, you know, it would be nice. I don't know what I would do with all that money. I am retired from the military, so I get a monthly check. So my goal is to ensure that whatever you're doing, that you have all the information to do it correctly, right? All this spinning your wheels, doing, you know, buying all these extra things to make your blog work, like it's ridiculous. You don't need all this stuff to be successful. But what you do need to be successful is a plan that starts with, I'll say it again, I know you're probably getting tired of hearing this, but it's so important, is to know your target audience, satisfy their search queries. In other words, it's not about you, it's about what they're searching Google. Optimize your content for SEO and target those money-making keywords, right? If you do these 4 things, I promise you, a year from now, you will not be concerned about how to monetize your blog, because you will already be earning income. And every month that income will grow a little more than the month before, because that is how SEO works. So I hope this information was helpful. I know SEO may seem like a monster and super scary, but it's so not. I have my free course that you can go through to kind of get the basics of it. I do also have my SEO for Christian bloggers, which literally walks you step by step through the process of setting your blog up for SEO success from the blog, and then how to optimize, how to research your target audience, how to find those keywords that are the answer to search queries, how to format your content so that it does rank on page 1, and how to figure out within your specific niche or sub-niche, what are those money-making keywords, and how do I implement that into the overall blog strategy. Again, stop focusing on the dollar signs and focus on serving your audience. When you serve, we already know when we serve, the blessings come. We don't serve to get the blessings happen because we serve, right? And in this particular case, the blessing is the monetization of your blog. So if you have any questions, please just hop over to the Facebook group. I would love to answer anything you have. Again, if you're interested in any of the courses, they're at the Kingdom Bloggers Teachable. You can access it also from the homepage of the Kingdom Bloggers website. But I definitely look forward to like really hearing some great success stories from you guys in the next few months as you start seeing your content grow in organic traffic. I implore you to kind of take a fast from your sharing in Facebook threads. Like just go cold turkey, right? Don't share in Facebook threads. Give yourself 30 days. And in that 30 days, the time that you would have spent doing the reciprocations and all of that, focus on learning SEO and implementing that, updating older content and all of that. Every student I've had in my past classes who's actually taken that challenge, they were super scared at first, because their traffic tanked, right? Because it's not real traffic, it's people being forced to your site so you'll visit theirs. So the traffic tanked, but all that time they now had to focus on SEO. Within a couple of months, they already saw more traffic than they were getting when they were doing the share threads. So anyway, that's all. I hope this was helpful. And again, if you have any questions, hop over to the Facebook group and I will see you all later.